Hey, middle school small group leaders. Man, I am so excited for this Sunday because we are getting into the next part of our theme, looking through Jeremiah. And this week we're getting into something that I think will be really, really fun, but it's going to be kind of a little bit on the nerdy side. And to make it apply to students is going to be a bit of a jump, but I think it'll be good, and I think it's true to Scripture. So what we're getting into is a theme that Jeremiah has throughout his book. He has criticized Judah, and he's told them that they're going to be taken over by Babylon and they're going to be thrown into exile. But he keeps coming back to the restoration of the people of Judah into the promised land. Now, we can look at that with our students and say, look at how God fulfills his prophecies. He keeps his promises. And that's all head knowledge. That's all up here where we just go, But what we're going to try and do this Sunday night is put students into the very shoes of the people of Judah themselves and say, okay, when I look to my future, can I trust God? Can I trust that he'll be there as well and that he'll do what he says? And we're going to tie this kind of idea with Matthew chapter 6 when on the Sermon on the Mount, Jesus says, look at the flowers in the field, look at the birds. They don't do this, or this, but God cares for them. Don't you think that you're so much more important than birds and flowers? And if you understand God's care, why would you worry about tomorrow? Why would you worry about your future? And I think that that'll be so good to talk about because so many of our middle schoolers, they are worried about their future. We're coming up near the end of the school year where they are looking at what high school has to offer them and how that might be the next chapter of their lives. They're looking at what the next grade may look like. And every time, it's just so much human nature for us to look ahead to the future and be a little scared. And that's okay. But how do we give that over to the Lord and say, I'm not going to worry. I trust you. So that's going to be kind of the thrust of the message. That's the thrust of the idea for the night. So what you're going to be doing during small groups is kind of getting students thinking, when I think about my future, am I worried? Am I scared? Why? Why or why not? And this is something really good to start students to get them thinking about it, because it's not something for most of our middle schoolers that's living ever presently in the back of their minds. So this is kind of pulling that to the surface before we approach the Bible and say, what can Scripture tell us about this? So that's what's going on. There's something else that I want to just give a big shout out about. This week, I think it was this week, Caleb and Jeff was texting me about this, that they went to a rock climbing gym to do some rock climbing with Xander. And that's amazing. That is so good. And I've already told Jeff that I think it's amazing. And I want to give you guys a shout out in front of everybody, with everybody in this video. Because Orange, the books that I've given you guys, the Lead Small and How to Have a Small Group Conversation with Teenage Boys and Teenage Girls. Orange will call that thing showing up randomly. Because whenever you show up outside of the regularly scheduled programming on Sunday nights, what you are doing is you're effectively showing the student that you care more about them than you do the regular programming. That you care more about them than you do the ministry. That they're not just a part of what you do, but they're a part of who you know. And this absolutely changes the game. It changes your relational dynamics. It changes how you interact with that student. So if you're already doing this and I just don't know about it, I don't have a story of it, then let me know. I love hearing this stuff. If you aren't already doing this, man, I would encourage you, do it. Go meet with a student somewhere. Go take them out to something that they would enjoy. Go do something fun with them outside of Sunday nights. Because when you show up randomly, it changes everything. And if you've got any questions about like what are the rules, what can I do, what can't I do, how does this work, all that sort of stuff, like let me know. I'd love to talk about that stuff with you. But just it's a big deal. Now, if you're doing this or if you're not, I just want to add one more thing. That I absolutely love getting to serve with you. Why I say that is there was something that somebody said that I think, wow, yeah, that's spot on. Every one of you are the type of people that when I look at our students and I look at you, I hope our students grow up to be like you. Like, I hope that our students grow up to that look and be like you. And that's so true for us. I think it's so great, and I'm so incredibly thankful that you are serving, that you're investing in these kids, that you're pouring into their lives. I love getting to serve with you, and I cannot wait to serve with you again this Sunday night.